The Packers and the Commanders do battle in Thursday night football, and we're going to have a little quick preview here. So, Will, what do you think's going to be the keys to this one? Because both teams have come into this game with a win, convincing one at that, against differing qualities of opposition. So, your thoughts on this one first?
I think last week we were able to see Micah Parsons coming into the offense without actually necessarily training with the team through training camp, and he was still able to be an impact player. This will be really good to see how things are heading into week 2 with him on that defense. It's going to be really interesting. He's going to know how the defensive scheme works, and he's going to be able to attack the Commanders a little bit better. And my question is, what are the Commanders going to do to stop an unknown like Micah Parsons? They've played against him in Dallas, but it's different team, different scheme. So it's going to be really interesting to see.
So the one thing that they're going to be able to do that the Lions couldn't do is run the ball. Absolutely. The Lions couldn't run. The Lions' offensive line was not that good last week. Now we're going to see how the Commanders are going to do. If you look at Cross-Game Merritt, got 82 yards last week. They also have Eckler. Whilst they're not as explosive in terms of like the Lions running back room did not have a good time last week. So yeah, I'm interested to see this one. The only thing is that I think Jayden Daniels is just he's a cutter, but he's more talented than Jared Goff was in terms of, and he's got the ability to do things in terms of outside the pocket. He's going to be able to hurt them a little bit more. Peter, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, he can. Like you said, it'd be very interesting to see. Like I echo the same sentiments. Can the Commanders run the ball on the Packers? Because it seems like the Packers have had a shift defensively since they added Micah Parsons, whereby they're getting their defensive line to focus more on stopping the run and leaving Rashan Gary and Micah Parsons to kind of like do the pass rushing. And when they're pass rushing, the defensive tackles and defensive line primarily is pushing the pocket, so it's giving Micah Parsons and the others one-on-one. Although Micah Parsons was able to split a double team to get his sack, but it was just the constant pressure from the defensive line. And I think Parsons have made a huge difference week 1 to that defensive line. So let's see how they hold up against the Commanders in terms of the run game. But another aspect that I'm interested to see is how Jayden Daniels plays with the type of defense the Packers are coming in with, like you said earlier. So it's a very interesting matchup to see where the two teams are going to be. And also, can the Commanders run on the Packers? Because the Commanders' run game is not traditional in the sense of under center runs. It's shotgun runs, which is a bit different from the traditional runs. So let's see how the Packers will defend those type of runs, because I think Cliff Kingsbury's offense primarily runs the running back off shotgun.
I can guarantee you they're going to run the ball at Micah Parsons, because they've heard from the grapevine that he's not very good at the run game. So they're going to find out early, maybe first quarter. That ball's coming straight at him.
This is going to be really interesting. The game is at Lambeau. It's under the lights. It's going to be a raucous atmosphere. At the moment, the Packers are 3.5-point favourites in this one. So it's a toss-up. It is a toss-up. Packers should have enough in terms of because of the atmosphere and having home field advantage, but do not be surprised if the Commanders win this one.
I'm not surprised either. Another intriguing thing is how the Packers receivers will play against the Commanders cornerbacks, right? Because Green Bay don't have household a standard number one. It's just they do it by a committee of receivers, and it's kind of it's working for them. So it's interesting to see how.
And we're going to see how the run defense is as well, because obviously they've got a very good running back in Josh Jacobs as well for the Packers. So put a comment down below.
It's interesting though.
It's going to be a very interesting game. Put a comment down below as to what you think is going to happen in this one. Put your thoughts and who do you think is going to actually win?